Sophie, an undergraduate student of Humanitarian Engineering at the University of Technology, Sydney, UTS, recently visited Nepal as a part of an academic field project led by Professor Sojan Pradhan. During her visit, she actively worked on a water sanitation and hygiene WASAID project, closely observing the Bagmati River from its source to downstream areas to understand the real causes of water pollution and collecting water samples for study. Today on Avasar television show, Sophie joins us to share her field experience and insights on water pollution challenges in Nepal.
Jupiter Media presents Avasar, telecasting global opportunities.
Hello and namaste. Welcome to Avasar program. This program is all about education, educational news, views, and your career. I'm your regular host Sunila Acharya. So today we are going to talk about the Nepalese community's support from the University Technology Sydney and its project was Water, Sanitation and Hygiene, led by the Dr. Sojan Pradhan and conducted by Sophie, undergraduate engineering student of University Technology Sydney. Let's welcome her to the show. Sophie, you are welcome on our show.
Namaste, my name is Sophie Ho. I'm so happy and thankful to be here.
We are quite happy to having you in this platform so that we can talk lots about your experience and how you are going to support Nepal, Nepalese community and Bagmati River itself. Talking about the flora, fauna and beauties of Nepal, we have lots of opportunities. But due to the migration and overpopulation, rivers are being dirty. In this case, your documentary and message definitely support our community to make better tomorrow. So first of all, let's have a talk about the purpose and motivation. Sophie, what inspired your interest in humanitarian engineering and what specifically motivated your visit to Nepal as a part of this design summit journey?
Okay, awesome. So, hi everyone. Although I'm Australian born, my family is from Vietnam originally, and I find lots of similarities between Vietnam and Nepal. Because when I traveled to Vietnam, I always thought, why can't I drink the tap water here? Why do we always drink bottled water? And it's the same case in Nepal as well. And I was working with my professor Sojan, who is Nepali, and he was really awesome because he directed me to different wash challenges that Nepal faces and gave me more contextual background as well. I worked with Innovate for Good, which is kind of like an organization within my university that focuses on bringing stuff that we learn in the classroom to have impact and use technology to create that social impact in the real world as well. What inspired me to create a documentary in particular is I come from a teaching background. So I've done some high school teaching here, some university teaching here and there, but I found that the best way that students learn is through multimedia and through seeing and visualizing rather than just hearing and writing. So I wanted to bring and make something that could translate all these very complicated scientific papers into something that everyday people, children, adults, laymen, they can all understand and to raise awareness about the water quality. Because I think it's an important issue that Nepal and many other Southeast Asian countries across the world face.
Let's have a deep dive on documentary focus and the progress. You are deploying a documentary centered around water, sanitation and hygiene. How is the documentary shaping so far? What stories or key observations are becoming center of your narrative?
So far, the documentary is in its very early stages. So I came abroad from Australia to Nepal to start the filming process. So I've been working with some students from Everest Engineering College and organisations such as Eco Concern who've been helping me to travel to the different sampling sites across Kathmandu Valley. So there's 7 main rivers and we've done sampling for some of them. So we went from the source to the mixing point to the end point to see the trends in water quality starting from like the fresh like sources all the way down into the more urban popularized areas to see how human activity changes the water quality. And the purpose of the documentary is to kind of pinpoint those contaminant sources and try to see where they're coming from and what we can do about it. I kind of wanted to create the documentary to raise awareness for students so they can understand the actions that humans have on the environment. So in turn, they can kind of get inspired and be the change makers in the future to kind of find those solutions themselves to contribute to the WASH.
During your interaction with the local communities and organizations related to the Bagmati River, what have you learned about the current WASH situation and how has that influenced your documentary direction?
So as a part of the documentary, I got to go to Shivapuri Hills, the national park. So I hiked all the way to the water source up there. That's where the Bagmati River originates from. And then the water up there is so fresh and so clean. You can just get the water and just drink it straight from the source. So it's beautiful and amazing. And when we're following the mixing point with the Bagmati River, we can slowly see pollutants being introduced. The quality of the water as well, the colorization has changed from like being really clear to being a little bit cloudy. We can see that there's human influence around as well. With the rituals that occur, because it's a very holy river, a very holy space. So it's really important to respect that culture as well, but also to see the ecological concerns. I think finding a balance between those two in the documentary is really shaping what I'm trying to say. It's to not say that having these practices are making the river bad, but rather saying the actions that we have maybe with household like contaminants or maybe industrial inflow as well might also be contributing. And it kind of shifts the responsibility back onto the people to kind of think about what are my actions or how are my actions affecting the water, how are my actions affecting the river. If I want to keep the river very holy, very sacred, very clean, how can I do that?
Talking about the technical and cultural learning, as an engineering student from UTS, under the guide of Dr. Shojan Pradhan, how do you find the transition of classroom knowledge into the real community context here in Nepal? Were there any situations that challenge technical or humanitarian understanding?
Yeah, awesome. So when you're in a classroom, you really, especially in engineering, you think about the numbers, you think about the calculations, you think about the data. But when you're actually in a humanitarian engineering space, you need to think about the context, the systems, the intersecting complexities as well. It's not just one problem, it's many factors contributing to one single problem. So it's understanding a basis of all of that first. And Sojan has really helped with my research to understand the context of Nepal. So then I can slowly start to create a documentary that can capture and be sensitive to all this cultural information as well. So it's been really good. And I think one of the things that have challenged me coming to Nepal is I don't speak Nepali, so it's really hard for me to communicate, but have such amazing translators like Sojan, some professors, and some local students as well who can speak both English and Nepali. So they have been translating for me, so I can fully encapsulate the community experiences and really empower their voices as well and give them a platform to discuss whatever is on their mind or whatever they'd like me to capture as well. Because whatever I read in the textbooks, it doesn't match the value that the people have. And hearing their voices coming to Nepal, that really gives me the motivation and the insights that I need to create something that has a powerful message.
Okay, Sophie, thank you so much for your valuable time and thoughts. Finally, what message would you like this documentary to deliver to other engineering students, universities, or policymakers, and what lasting impression do you hope viewers will carry after watching this show?
My message to everyone watching is that we're all made of water. I think the human body is made of 75% of water. So we want to take care of ourselves, we want to take care of the environment, because water is life, and we want to preserve life, we want to sustain life, and we want to take care of life. And how do we do that? We have to take care of our mother, which is nature, which is the world around us, and the environment. And I want to make a documentary to raise awareness of the water quality affecting our health, our lives, and our water. And I want the next generation to feel inspired to be change makers, to be the change they want to see in the world, and to take care of their environment.
Okay, Sophie, thank you so much for your valuable time and thoughts. The thing you are going to share message through this documentary, it's really help to Nepalese community to make better future tomorrow. Once again, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Perfect. So today we have talked about the water, sanitation and hygiene, and from single documentary how we can understand the importance of the pure water. So we are continuously telecasting this type of inspiring message through our television show. You can write us the suggestion and comment in jupitermedia11@gmail.com, and also follow our social media networks Jupiter Media Nepal and Destination Australia Facebook page. With this, Ms. Sunil Acharya signing off. Stay tuned, News 24 Television. Stay safe, take care, bye-bye.
OSR, telecasting global opportunities.